after classic matches just like the World Cup videos, why not go to patreon.com/drunkredhead. We're off the back of Hell in a Cell with another What Happened on My Universe mode. It was time to go for some Raw in Cincinnati, Ohio, and there were fireworks and it was a brand new week of My Universe mode. The show kicked off with an opening match, not a promo, wahey! And Kevin Owens came down to take on one of the former social outcasts, I guess, Curtis Axel. He's been through some tag team partners, hasn't he? Anyway, it started with Kevin Owens beating him up with a neck breaker, then kneeing him in the head and continuing with this beatdown with a nice clothesline in the corner. After some signature maneuver, Kevin Owens hit a frog splash and a package piledriver to take the quick victory. Afterwards, he was confronted by Bray Wyatt, the WWE Champion, who's obviously finished with Seth Rollins now. Speaking of Seth Rollins, he made his way out to the ring next with a mic in hand, ready for a bit of promo time. But what did Seth Rollins have to say for himself? Well, turns out he wasn't a face, like we assumed with his Bray Wyatt feud. He decided that he didn't care what anyone thought of him. According to Seth, there was no one more deserving of the WWE World Heavyweight Championship either. Rollins stated that he was ready for whatever was going to be thrown at him and he was ready for the Triple Crown. Also, he wished that he could care about the audience, but his mama told him not to listen to the opinions of peasants. Another man who doesn't really care about the little man is Braun Strowman. He strolled out to face off against Sami Zayn one-on-one. Strowman, being Strowman, didn't want to let Sami Zayn get any advantage, so he attacked him before he even hit the ring, before he'd even taken his hat off, and started destroying him on the outside. Eventually, Braun did let him in the ring, but continued the beatdown and threw him around like a ragdoll until Sami Zayn caught one of those fists and managed to get a reversal. Zayn then hit twirly versions of neck breakers and DDTs before going for the Blue Thunder Bomb, and once he hit that, he went for the pin, but it was only a 1 count. Sami Zayn went for the Koji Clutch, but got reversed into a jawbreaker before Strowman started destroying him again. After squishing him in the corner, he locked in his hanging choke thing and made Sami Zayn tap out. After Strowman got his celebrations in, he decided, "I'm not done with you yet!" and beat on Sami Zayn some more. And while he couldn't shut Sami Zayn into an ambulance and tip it over, he could powerbomb him down and hit a few more signature moves before locking in the submission once again. After Braun had finished playing with his food, it was time for another match, and Sin Cara was coming out first, accompanied by Kalisto to take on the hometown boy, Cincinnati's own Dean Ambrose. The match started with Ambrose getting a knee to the head and then a big DDT, but it wasn't long before Sin Cara took control and went all cruiserweight on his ass. And after that quick little takedown, he jumped on his shoulders once more and hit a nice Hurricane Rana before drop kicking him in the face. Then Dean Ambrose took control with a jawbreaker and made that jaw a bit worse with a big clothesline. Ambrose hit his nice clothesline off the top rope before Sin Cara quickly gained control again and hit a kind of Olympic slam. There were reversals aplenty next as Dean Ambrose reversed one before Sin Cara reversed another, ending with a Northern Lights suplex and a near fall for Sin Cara. Finally, Dean Ambrose did gain control with a European uppercut and hit his silly little bounce up clothesline. There was only one thing left to do, dirty deeds, and he'd done them dirt cheap, got the victory, meaning he won in his hometown because unlike Vince McMahon, I don't mind if people do it. We followed that match up with an even bigger one. Kane, who was back for the first time in ages, was taking on Randy Orton, but before Orton could get in the ring, he was apprehended ringside by Brock Lesnar, who threw him into the steps. The US champion threw Randy Orton in the ring and got the hell out of there. Well, at least the ref told him to. Eventually Orton got up and agreed to start the match, but he went straight back to the outside when Kane took control. Kane worked on the knee a bit and then put him back in the ring, but when he went to do a superplex, Orton reversed and did a cross-body drop. After a slam, Orton hit another slam, an Olympic one this time. However, Kane quickly grabbed control again and grabbed Orton's neck, hitting a massive chokeslam for the 3 count. And once Orton had gained consciousness again after the match, he noticed Brock Lesnar was on the ramp, goading him. Orton was pissed.
These guys just mocking him.
Now, before we hit the main event, it was time for another little bit of promo time, and the person taking it this time was Emma. But what was Emma doing out there? The Aussie stated that she didn't like any of her fellow superstars, but there was one that showed promise, Eva Marie, and then All Red Everything made her way down to the ring. Eva Marie was confused because they weren't friends, so she said spit it out before she spat on her. Emma wanted to offer an olive branch of friendship and form a team. As far as I can tell, Eva Marie said yes, so Emma said the WWE was about to be run by two queens. And don't screw this up, because this could be great. This all led to our main event, where the ladies were leading the way. Headlining the show was Paige versus Trish in a quick rematch from Hell in a Cell, although there was no title on the line this time. Trish opened it up with two takedowns, one slamming Paige's head to the mat, the other one taking her down so she could beat on her arm. Then Paige reversed and started taking control of a fisherman suplex and a neck breaker. Paige tried to pick up Trish after that, but was reversed with a jawbreaker before Trish Stratus hit a massive spinebuster and then a satellite head scissors. Stratus would follow that up with a big drop kick off the top rope, but then Paige managed to get control once again, reversing a punch and then clotheslining Trish down a few times. Paige was looking to end it and went for the Paige turner after that, then a sidewalk slam. Following that though, Trish reversed again, hit an elbow drop and then went for the chick kick, but instead of hitting a chick kick, she got grabbed by Paige and rampaged down. 1, 2, 3, and Paige was victorious as Raw went off air. And that will have to do for another edition of What Happened on My Universe Mode! Main event next, like and subscribe.